Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is the first time that I am showing my face on this YouTube channel. And that's because I have to get out of hiding. Okay. So what if I'm afraid that people will come after me because I'm showing my face? How long will I be afraid? Anyway, I'm here to talk about a certain topic, and I'm sure you can guess because it's been all over the internet. You've heard about it for I don't even know how long, but like I'm here to talk about it. As you already know, our brothers and sisters in Palestine are being oppressed, and they've been oppressed for a very long time. But it's only now that people are really talking about it because it's sort of gone to a higher level where the world can't ignore it anymore, and neither can I. So I'm going to talk about it here. And if you don't like it, you don't have to watch this video. My journey with this knowledge about Palestine, it's been I would say pretty rough in the sense that I'm not very knowledgeable on the subject. So don't ask me about what's going on because I literally need to do my own research to know like all of the facts. But what I do know is what the right position is. And what I do know is what I need to do about the situation. They are starved. They don't have any water. Well, I mean, I don't know how much they have, but what I'm saying is that they're out of resources and they're less fortunate than us. Like, to think that they are being bombed, blown to pieces. Just imagine that for a moment. This is not something that you can just be quiet about. Like, in the beginning of this, it was pretty common idea. I don't want to talk about this. Like, I'm afraid of people coming after me. Everyone thinks that Israel is like, I don't know, like everyone's on Israel's side or whatnot, and I don't want to basically upset the mainstream, so to speak. But I'm here to say, fi sabilillah, because I can't be quiet. The people in Palestine, they don't have a voice. And sure, we can say, okay, everyone else is talking about them. Why do I need to speak up? Why do I need to do anything about it? Like Prophet Muhammad said, you can hate it in your heart. You can speak about it. And I forgot the third one. But what I'm trying to say is that sure, you can hate it in your heart. That's the weakest of Iman. And that's, if you want, if you will, it's literally the minimum to get by in this situation. I mean, if you're thinking about the day of judgment, if you're thinking about what Allah will say to you when He asks you about what you did in this situation, when He asks you why did you watch Netflix and eat popcorn for the entire time that your brothers and sisters in Palestine didn't have that luxury? Why did you just hate it in your heart and not do anything about it when I gave you the resources to do that? Why didn't you do anything when I gave you the ability to do that? And I want you to think about that. Like, are you doing what you can Or are you just hating it in your heart? Because if that's all you can do, Allah A'lam, Allah knows best, okay? But if you can get up and make a YouTube channel and just start speaking about this, don't just say rubbish, but just, if you can just make your position clear, I feel like that should be enough, inshallah. If you can just say, I stand with Palestine, and here is why, it can make the difference. If somebody stumbles on your video and is like, you know what? They convinced me. Or even, I agree with them. That can lead to so much, one, reward, and two, change. Because if you hate it in your heart, how is it going to change? How are things going to be different if you just stay quiet and hate about it in your heart? You have to talk. You have to speak. You have to advocate for them. This is the ummah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I like to think of it as a Muslim family. If your family was hurting, would you be quiet and just hate it in your heart? Would you be quiet and just watch them hurt, hate it in your heart, but not do anything else? Or, just as an example, would you go find a way to make them stop hurting, whether that be like a doctor or something? This is just an example, a minor example compared to what's happening in Gaza, but still an example. Now, the final point, besides making my position clear that I stand with Palestine, because I believe that is the right side, and because they're my brothers and sisters in Islam, and because they're being oppressed, aside from that, I want to remind you guys to speak up. And I want to remind you guys to just do your best. And know if you're doing your best or not, because this is not between, it doesn't matter what people think. It matters what Allah knows. And Allah knows your intention. Allah knows what you can do and what you are doing. And if you're not doing enough, then you have to change that. Fi sabilillah, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Simple. Because at the end of the day, if you are harmed because you spoke up, just imagine the reward you would get. Fi sabilillah. I mean, that doesn't make a lot of sense. But just imagine the reward you would get from Allah for doing something for His sake. Like, just imagine. Imagine that if you spoke up and you died because you did, perhaps, and Allah knows best, you could become maybe a martyr alongside those people because you gave up your life for them. And I'm not the most knowledgeable. I literally don't know a lot on this topic. But if you gained something from this, then I want you to post like a 30-second short, a TikTok, whatever. If you gained something from this, I want you to apply it. I want you to speak up about it, even if it's for 30 seconds, saying I stand for Palestine because they're being oppressed, and I know that's what's right, and I'm doing it for the sake of Allah, and they're short. If you can just post something like that, and just take care of the fact that you spoke up for your brothers and sisters, so you won't regret it on the Day of Judgment. If you can do that, it'll literally save you, I feel. Because if we imagine, and I want to touch on this as well, thinking about the Day of Judgment, because we go about our lives thinking, oh, I'll live the next day. Oh, I can just do this tomorrow. Do you forget to say inshallah with that tomorrow? That comma after? Anyway. Like, do you forget to say that you will, inshallah, live tomorrow? And what I'm trying to get at is you don't know how long you'll live. So you don't know how long you have to speak up. So it's better to do it sooner rather than later, because when's later? How long do you have? When is later? How long is later until later? And so when we think about the day of judgment, and when we think about the idea that we don't know when we're going to die, it creates a sense of urgency. I have to do this right now because I don't know if I have tomorrow. I want to assume that I do, but you know what? I can't. I can't assume that because I don't even know when I'm going to die. And I don't know how and I don't know where, but I just know that I will. And so because I know that I will, I assume that it is the closest time to my existence right now. I'm alive right now, but that's all I can know. That's all I can guarantee. I don't know about every waking second. And every second that's passing, that alhamdulillah I'm alive, but I don't know about the rest of the day. I don't know about the rest of the week. I don't know about the year. I don't know about the month. And that's why I want you to have that sense of urgency. Remembering that the day of judgment, it's getting ever so close as you continue to live. You are getting closer to death, the more you live, obviously. And so you have less time, basically, to do what's right. On the day of judgment, how would you feel if you were one hasanat, one good deed away from Jannah? How would you feel if you were so close to Jannah, but nope? Too bad I didn't speak up for Palestine that one time when Allah gave me that chance. Too bad I didn't pray the Tahajjud that day when I was just too sleepy, slept past Fajr, just slept till Dhuhr. Too bad I did that. Well, how is that regret going to help you? How bad would you feel that you were so regretful of not doing things, yet you have the ability to do them now? I want you to think of the future in that way, that you don't know when you're going to die, but you know that you can do something right now about that. I want you to live for the akhir, not for this dunya. It doesn't matter about status. It doesn't matter about going to a prestigious school. It doesn't matter, like, all of that is totally irrelevant when you think about the day of judgment. When you think about why you are alive. I know this is strayed a lot from the main topic, but another point that I want to cover is that I don't know about you guys, but there have been times in my life where I've wondered, why am I alive? Why do I exist? Why am I here? It's just those hard times when you're like, why am I doing what I'm doing? And when you realize that you are alive fi sabilillah because Allah created you, and you are alive to worship Allah, and you are alive to follow in the footsteps of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and you are alive to spread that message that he struggled so hard to allow you to know, that just changed your life. Because now you know why you're here. And that's all you not all you strive for, but that's the main thing that you strive for. That's the reason why you do the things you do, for the most part. Fi sabilillah, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I want to leave you guys on a note that Allah He is al-Wasir, the all-encompassing. He's as-Samir, al-Basir, the all-seeing, the all-hearing. He knows what you are doing. He's watching your every movement. Blink of an eye, you couldn't have blinked if Allah didn't know. It's Allah's permission that allowed you to blink. It's Allah's permission that's allowing me to even move right now. All of that to say that be careful about what you do. Be careful about the intention you have when you do things. And of course, this is mainly a reminder to myself, but also most definitely to you guys as well, that Hello, that do things in a way that will help you in the hereafter. I just think I somebody like open the door. Okay? I hope this video helped you. Don't forget to make that 30 seconds short or even less than 30 seconds that I stand for Palestine, okay? Because it could literally cover your bases in terms of speaking, okay, about the issue. Even if you don't know a lot, just say I stand with Palestine. If you do, of course. And don't go in the comments attacking me because, yeah, I'm not here for that. I told you in the beginning. If you don't want to watch this video, don't watch it. I mean, you're already at the end anyway. But if you watched it and you were like, I don't agree with her, don't attack me in the comments because go to some other YouTube channel that supports, I don't know, like, don't come attack me in the comments. I don't want to hear it. I am doing this for the sake of Allah. And if you're here to attack me for it, we'll just see what happens. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.